Another example of tactile opening, and I'll illustrate this with a story. I was in New York, and pretty standard situation. I came and sat on a bar stool next to a pretty girl, but this one wasn't that easy because I was with a friend, so I'm talking to a friend there, and she was with two guys. So she's there and these two guys are there. And I guess I could have opened the group, I could have befriended the guy, I could have done all that stuff, but I didn't want to, so I don't want to chat to guys when I don't have to. I don't want to, spend time entertaining a group. I want to just chill and, make things happen. So I sat down in this situation and I used a similar approach to what I did on the dance floor, but with a few differences. So I started sitting next to her, and then I'm talking to my friend, she's talking to her friends, but there's music playing. And so the first step was, in time with the music, I had a little bit of, very subtle touching like that. So it's just in time with the music on her leg. As I'm talking to him, I'm moving around and I've got a little bit of unnecessary contact going on arm to arm. Again, if she's not comfortable with that, it's going to be very easy to see because she can turn around slightly in her chair and it will be a very subtle thing. The more subtle the touch, the more subtle the response will be. So if I was grabbing her leg, obviously, that would provoke a strong reaction, but just a subtle touching that could be to the music, but probably isn't, the most it would do is just a movement away that even her friends wouldn't notice. She was cool with that. She was cool with this. She's talking to these guys there. The next thing is, I want to see what's going on in the rest of the bar. So I'm going to go again. It's that look to kind of get her attention. And at the same time, I've got some touching going on all the way down her body that no one would notice. So, you guys probably wouldn't notice until I draw your attention to it, but my arm's touching hers with the entire length of my forearm and the back of my hand. So I'm doing that. And how is she responding? She's responding fine, she's into it. She actually leaned into me a little bit. So in that situation, I know it's totally on, and I can just open casually verbally, and I know it's going to go well. Anytime you open verbally with 100% confidence, you don't have to be indirect, you don't have to worry about, what she thinks of you. You can assume attraction is there, and so you'll be a lot more confident, a lot more relaxed. So I took a situation that would have been really tough with these guys there. They could have potentially got in the way. She could have potentially been very rude. And I've basically found out that she's probably single, but definitely available, just by the way I opened her and the way she responded. If she was madly in love with one of these guys, it would have been pretty obvious because she would have had a subtle reaction away that even he wouldn't notice. So that's another example of how you can use tactile opening, but there are hundreds along the same lines.